What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Legitico Response. We cover political news, and guess what, folks? Congress is back in action, and they just got rolling on the Trump assassination investigation, and we're here for it. Check this out, y'all. Task force investigating Trump assassination attempt demands briefings with Secret Service and the FBI. So I'm really curious, like seriously curious about this investigation, because I don't care about the FBI investigating the Secret Service. I could care less about their conclusion, because we know for a fact that somebody had to allow for this to happen. They had to either look the other way or, just, intentionally leave security holes, essentially. They had to intentionally do that, because there is no way the Secret Service can be that incompetent, folks. There's no way, right? This is the Secret Service we're talking about here, right? The best of the best as far as protectors of people. They are supposed to be the best of the best, and they allowed a 20-year-old Gen Z kid to get up on a roof with a rifle in broad freaking daylight.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. We do have some new video that was obtained by Fox News Digital just moments before the Donald Trump shooting, and it's actually video that was
in front of thousands of people. People screaming at this guy, like, there's a guy on the roof. And nobody did anything. Nobody thought for a second, hey, let's go get Trump off the stage. And the bad part is they knew about this guy well beforehand, lost track of him. Who does that? Right? Who does that? Right? You got two counter snipers behind him, sees the guy. We saw the video of him running on the roof. After you see that video, you're like, what the F is going on with all this? But let's get into the story right quick. The task force investigating the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump began its work on Monday by requesting documents and briefings from top Justice Department and Homeland Security officials. The task force chair, Mike Kelly, and ranking member Jason Crow sent letters to Attorney General Merrick Garland, FBI Director Wray, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, who has also been impeached, and I will keep reminding everybody about that because the Senate hasn't even looked at that, by the way, and acting Secret Service Director Roland Rowe, demanding all documents related to the assassination attempt. They requested that the department set up briefings with the task force by August 16th to coordinate the investigation. What I really want to know, I really want to see the communications between all these people, the communications between them and the local PD. Why did they not act when they knew there was an active threat in the area, when they knew the guy had a rangefinder, they knew he had a book bag for 3 hours beforehand, for an hour beforehand, for 26 minutes beforehand, for 10 minutes beforehand, and with 2 minutes of people yelling and screaming, there's a guy with a gun on the roof, and nobody thought in all of that time, hey, how about for the 3 hour and 1 hour, how about let's make sure we got track of this guy before Trump goes up on stage? And for the 10 minutes and 2 minutes, why don't we go out there and take Trump off stage right quick and say, hey, there's an active threat? Why did none of that happen? That's not just a security failure, as what the corporate press is trying to tell us. It's impossible, in my opinion, for that to be a security failure. That's intentional dereliction of duty. They intentionally did nothing. Somebody in communications, somebody in charge, somebody, whoever's in charge of the squads or coordinating everything, that person, somebody dropped the ball intentionally, right? It's got to be. There's no other feasible explanation, right? It's Occam's razor. The least amount of assumptions is probably the truth. The letters obtained by Punchbowl News request that the officials produce documents and information directly to the task force from this point forward, including any documents and information that are in process in response to pending requests. Holy crap, they are on top of this. Anything that comes out comes directly to us. That's insane. That's crazy, y'all. You know, and I really hope and pray that they don't have to fight the FBI and the Secret Service tooth and nail to get this information, like the House Oversight Committee has had to fight tooth and nail to get any information out of the Biden administration. We've covered all those stories. Some of them are insane, like the audio recording for Robert Hur's interview with Joe Biden's mishandling of classified documents. Yeah. They had to fight tooth and nail. Still haven't got it yet. As a matter of fact, held Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress, and they still refused to do it. As a matter of fact, Joe Biden decided, oh, well, we have executive privilege over this now. You can't have it. So it's like, what do you do when they're denying oversight, right? As a matter of fact, that's something I want to complain about right quick. I'm sorry to this will be a quick little rant. Trump did that a little bit too, denial of oversight. Now, I don't like that, Trump. Hope you don't do it again. But I can guarantee if Kamala Harris comes in, we'll just get more and more of the same. The task force was established last month with 7 Republicans and 6 Democrats. Several committees in both the House and Senate have already begun looking into the attack that left Trump and 2 of his supporters injured and 1 rally attendee dead. In addition to Kelly, other Republican lawmakers on the task force include Homeland Security Chairman Mark Green and Reps David Joyce, Laurel Lee, Michael Waltz, Clay Higgins, which that's my congressman, by the way, and I want to see some of these committee hearings. I really hope they're televised because Clay Higgins is going to rip into the FBI. He's going to rip into the Secret Service. That dude doesn't play when it comes to security, when it comes to committee hearings. He doesn't play at all. He is a hawk on those, but I can tell you this, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not voting for him again. I didn't vote for him in the primary. I voted for somebody else. Pat Fallon. Democrats include Reps Madeleine Dean, Chrissy Hulan, Glenn Ivey, who is a douchebag, and Jared Moskowitz. House Speaker Mike Johnson said that the task force would have subpoena authority and be handling all House inquiries into the Trump rally shooting. His office said that the panel's goals are to understand what went wrong on the day of the attempted assassination, ensure accountability, and prevent such an agency failure from ever happening again. There are still questions about who was responsible for the security failures at the July 13th Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I think we know who's responsible, and it's not Thomas Matthew Crooks. It's somebody on the Secret Service, somebody in charge, right? If it turns out to be incompetence, I will walk back everything that I'm about to say. However, I don't think that's going to be the case. Although I will say I don't think we'll ever find out, truthfully, because who in the Secret Service would say, yeah, I intentionally didn't communicate with local law enforcement? Which they did, as a matter of fact. We know that somebody made the decision not to have the morning security briefing. We learned that from the local PD, that the Secret Service didn't show up to the morning security briefing. I wonder why. They could have just had a single representative. Maybe they were busy. They could have sent a single person to go to that security briefing to fill everybody else in, right? It didn't have to be all of them be there. You just need one person to get all the particulars. What is local PD going to be doing? What are they going to be covering? What buildings are they going to fail to cover? Blah, blah, blah. You get it. It just blows my mind that all of the particulars in this case, when you put everything together, it's just insanity. And I know I use that term liberally. I use insane all the freaking time because it's insane to me to see some of the stuff we're seeing in our current political landscape right now. It's just outrageous, especially stuff coming from the corporate press. Now, that article was from the Daily Wire, so I trust what they're saying to an extent. But, they're not corporate press, but everybody makes mistakes, folks. But the thing that really gets me is the question, how? It's like emphasized on that too. How could they let this happen? Well, when you're dealing with the Secret Service, I don't really think it's a convoluted answer to this, right? It's not they failed to do this, or they forgot to do that, or blah, 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 blah. I really think it's intentional. That's my genuine belief on this. I seriously think somebody intentionally, right? Like, we already know they intentionally didn't go to that security briefing, but to allow somebody in the first place with a rangefinder, okay, well, that's not a gun, sure. But what are those used for, right? Sniping things at a distance, right? Typically used in hunting, but snipers use them too, folks. Snipers most definitely use these. It's insane to me. He had a backpack. And what I still find crazy, right? A lot of people are on the question, like, why was there nobody posted on that roof? Well, it was outside the security perimeter, quote unquote. My question that I would love to know, and I can't wait to see, I didn't see it in the hearing when they grilled Kimberly Cheadle. I didn't hear anybody ask the question specifically. Why was that building not within their security perimeter when it absolutely should have been? And why was there not a break in the line of sight from that building to the stage? You could have put up an American flag. As a matter of fact, in that video showing where the gunshots came from that I show all the damn time, we see those two forklifts that are actually hanging banners. One of them had a flag, as a matter of fact. They could have put up another one to cover that building. They could have put something up to cover that building. Right? Just all the information around this is insane, and I could keep saying that over and over again, but I really want to get answers to those two questions specifically. But I want to know, and I'm sure you guys want to know, was this intentional? Did somebody purposefully make a mistake? I don't think we'll ever find out, to be honest, but I think I've rambled on for long enough on this one. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comments section. Do you think we're going to get anywhere with the congressional investigation on this? Let me know what you think. That's all I got. I want to thank everybody for watching, and y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.